Hello everybody, welcome back to another rainy day here at the Cherry Grove, where we have respectfully set up a memorial for our fallen friend. If you remember last episode, we had an untimely demise where Mr. Wheatley unfortunately met a most tragic end. So here shall he lie, resting in peace forevermore, in memory of everything that he accomplished. But we must carry on. And alas, Wheatley's legacy lives on. As you can see, we have got several new hands working the fields, already producing more than Wheatley could have ever hoped to achieve. This is for you, Wheatley. This is your legacy, and this is your heritage. Fear not, Mindy still is hard at work. She has remarried. She has a new child. A lot of people might have thought Codsworth would have been a good match, but Codsworth actually, if you remember from a few episodes ago, Codsworth is actually Mindy's son, the fisherman. So, you know, with the new child, you see love is blooming. This is Mindy's new husband, and so he shall carry on Wheatley's legacy in his absence. Hello, sir. Oh, you grew up! Just like that. New life, everybody. New life. Anyway, today we are going to finish off the farm here because as you can see, we are kind of wasting crops. There is a lot of just carrots and wheat, and still we need people for potatoes. But a lot of the crops just kind of like sit on the ground doing nothing. If you remember the last time we set this up, we actually had a collection system under here. If you see, that wheat will get picked up, and those of you who remember will remember this barrel here, where it kind of has become kind of like, you know, an overall just dump ground. This glass here is just so that the villagers working this plot of land don't accidentally come and try and work this plot of land. You know, we want to keep each of the crops segregated so that they're easier to sort. So, on this rainy day, that is where we are going to get started. So let me get a couple more villager friends to start working the fields, and then we're going to start with our underground collection system. All right, we are back. We have, I think, 5 villagers in. We're still waiting for another villager to grow up. Just to get everybody here, but I went and got myself a handful of materials for all the stuff we're going to need today. And the first thing we're going to need is actually to go down here and see what kind of space we are going to be working with. Because I have a feeling that a lot of this is not going to be enough. So, if you remember last time, if we dig over in this direction, yeah, we have this was our original plot of land, right? So now we gotta expand this a significant amount. We gotta go, let's see, that's 1, 2, we gotta go out to, I think here? Yeah. Yeah, so that's actually 1 too far. So we gotta come to that's extra. That's actually let's cover that up. Cover this up. Right here. So this is gonna be the edge of our workspace, and it's gonna stretch all the way to here, because there are occasionally times where the crops don't actually drop perfectly. They'll drop to the edge of the farm, and so we have to make sure we catch them all. Now, this whole circuit that was down here, right? Let me hold this. There we go. Let there be light. So this whole circuit is going to have to move. So let me clear out all of this area first, and then we'll place down a whole bunch of rails, because we're gonna, instead of having this little, we're gonna have not just one minecart, we're gonna have probably 11 or 12 to make sure that the entire area gets covered within a decent amount of time. So if we go, so this is the original edge of the farm, so we're gonna go one more. So that's kind of our footprint. So we don't need this here. We can cover this back up. That's our little way out. And then the plan is this open area here is actually gonna be our like storage facility. So we're definitely gonna need more chests, but we're gonna have, the plan is maybe in the floor, similar to how we had that barrel, but we're gonna have them, you know, a double chest here of like, you know, this can be wheat, and then this can be carrots, and then we're gonna need another one for potatoes. And, you know, maybe we'll have like a couple, like, you know, like trapdoors, so we can have like multiples, so it's not just like one, you know, or we can decorate a little cellar. I just on the fly right there is a beautiful idea. We're gonna have a little cellar, a little root cellar down here, and it's where we're gonna store all of our farm goods. So let me clear out the space that we're gonna be working with, and then we'll get working on the redstone. All right, so we got all the rails in place. We got all the area covered. Next is the actual collection vehicles, right? Come on. All right, now once all these are in place, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I believe it's 12 total that we have. Might be 13. Let's see. But yeah, this area back here is where we're gonna start doing all the logic. So if we dig a lot of this out here, this is going to be where our logic will sit. Most of it, at least. And back here, we will have, where did I put them? Our levers. So starting here, powered on, and then those will, not that one, these will make our carts go on their merry way on the return trip. All right, next we need logic. We need redstone torches. Said we need 12. Bada boom. 12. We will use, you know, we should probably be using nicer blocks for these circuits. Let's grab a whole bunch of yellow wool, because that's what we had last time. Alright, so now all the logic is in for each of the slices. So this is for the return trip. This is for the original launch. I have to actually come back in here and replace all of these hopper minecarts so that they actually work. Right, see, it's gonna go back and it's gonna come back, and it caught something, so now that's gonna stop. Now underneath all of these hoppers, I'm gonna run the last hopper minecart that I have here. All right, all the minecarts are in place, all the logic here is working, so now we need to run a line under, oh, not there, not there, not there, I just broke something. So, like I was trying to say, we need a line going this way, all the way down underneath all of these hoppers. And I think once we stop seeing yellow, yeah, so that is the last one there. This would be the end of the line. Now, unfortunately, I ran out of powered rails, so I'm gonna have to go get more. So I got back and got into a zone where I just started putting down blocks and working on the area. I dug out the hole for the future cellar, I placed the rails, I made a nice item filter, and generally got most of the room kind of finished and fleshed out. The last thing that was needed actually was just one remaining villager, so that the rest of our farmers were actually happy with their current situation, and the whole thing is now operational. As the sun rises over our beautiful farmland, it is finally complete. So it took quite a bit of messing around and a lot more trial and error than I would care to admit. But we finally have all of our farmers done and dusted. The first thing you'll notice is that I took away the barriers, because unfortunately, no matter how hard I tried, they still managed to pick up seeds and carrots and potatoes, because it's there in their AI, especially for the potato farmers and the carrot farmers, to share crops, because it's like a whole community thing. So I had to put in these guys. These are essentially the farm supervisors. And their entire job is to make sure that the farmers that work in these area that want to share wheat or anything else share it to them, because they have an empty inventory, and the hopper minecarts suck everything up before they can actually pick it up. And along with that, we have our brand new storage shed, or I guess underground cellar, a nice little like cellar entrance. This is all where I was working. You can see I kind of have a mess of an inventory. But if we go down here, it's all nice and decorated, and we have an actual little cellar. I want to change up some of these blocks because it's still kind of like bland in here. I want to make some of these cracked bricks, maybe some like mossy cobblestone, but in due time. But as you can see, we moved all of our storage here, and we have a surplus. Like we're actually getting lots of potatoes, we're getting some carrots, we're getting a lot of this wheat. Like probably like half of this wheat was from the other farm from before we moved everything, but we are getting a decent amount of wheat seeds and wheat itself. Now in behind the scenes, there's a nice little item sorter, so anything extra goes in behind here. So this is where we put our beetroots, any of the poisonous potatoes goes, or anything else that may happen to something gets dropped out here. The minecart's underneath. Yeah, there it goes. See, it gets picked up. So we have, wheat seeds. We're gonna have 2 double chests of that, 2 double chests of wheat, 2 double chests of carrots, 2 double chests of potatoes, and then if those are all full, then we'll start seeing it overflow here. So yeah, see, here is the 3 cobblestone we threw in there. Now, I think, we can let these guys be. Their houses, this still needs cleaning up. At least Mindy is now happy that her fields are being worked again, and Wheatley's memory is now thriving. But that is not the only thing we want to do today. The other thing we want to do today is over here, where we want to tackle the automatic wood production. So we want to have our bamboo planks, our bamboo, the wood itself, as well as sticks, chests, and maybe, I think that's it. I think that's all we want to automate. Barrels, I feel like we can craft when we need some with the stuff that's here already. But definitely we want sticks, we want planks, we want the bamboo wood, we want the chests all automatically crafted. Especially as we get into bigger and bigger redstone contraptions, as we're going to need a lot of chests, a lot of hoppers, and crafting those is going to be a lot of time saved if we can just get it done automatically. Possibly in the next couple episodes, we'll tackle the houses and the actual living situation of all our new friends and villagers, considering they're all kind of just roaming around and kind of sharing some beds or coming over here to steal my bed and whatnot. So we will have to tackle that in the future, but for today, I feel like we have done enough for farms. I've done enough villager wrangling, and I really am happy with how all this turned out. Like, look how beautiful that looks. And they're all happy, they're all farming, and don't worry, Mr. Wheatley, we have made you proud. Thank you so much for everything you did for us. But now we turn our attention to the cliffside. And this is a nice blank canvas, and it's a nice big enough area to fit what I have planned. Now, if I turn on chunk borders here, we'll see that this is a nice big chunk right here. And the plan is actually that we're going to carve all of this out right here. And we actually want to bring this back 2 chunks deep. So we want to have 2 full chunks of bamboo growth. So we want to go all the way to here, all the way across of bamboo production. I'm just going to put this in here to light up the area for now. And so that's, I think, what's going to happen next. So let's dig out a big hole. A nice big hole, a blank canvas for us to work with. And just like that, we have a decorated hole, which seems to be much, much broader and bigger now that we got all the light sources in and all the walls decorated. And this kind of gives you the scale of how big this bamboo farm is going to be. Now, it had to be this big because bamboo can grow up to 10 to 11, I think 10 to 12 blocks tall. And the lighting in here was kind of tricky because the lighting at the very top of a bamboo stalk has to be 9. And torches and the jack-o'-lanterns and glowstone and the end rods give off a light level of 15, which means that, it goes 14, 13, 12, 10, 9. At 8, the bamboo doesn't grow. So we needed a lot of light in here. In fact, we need so much light that by the time we put the floor in, actually the stuff on the floor, because the floor is going to go right here at this level, there isn't going to be enough light for the stuff on the floor to grow, which is why we have the extra glowstone to kind of like dot around once we have our floor in. But before we do that, I actually wanted to make sure we had enough room to put in all of the rails. Because like in most of our other systems, we're going to be using these guys right here to collect all of our bamboo. But to get started here, I have some powered rails, some regular rails, some redstone blocks, and we're going to go and start laying out our foundation of rails here along the bottom. And essentially what's going to happen is we're going to have our solid blocks at the very end, all along this line here. We're going to have our redstone blocks here, because we like to be fancy with our redstone. Why not? And then we're going to start on this side, because you actually have to lay these one line at a time. And I'm thinking, like, if we bring up the chunk borders again, like at the start of every chunk here, we do a speed boost, just like that, and then that should be enough to get us to the very end. So if I go this way, just like that, and then obviously we don't really need any of this space along the side because this is all going to be covered up anyway. So we can just cover this up as we go. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we bring this all the way through to this side. And right here, we actually went too far. Right here will be our very last drop-off point. So then down here, we actually have to cut out some room because we need to put in our crafters. So the plan is, let me dig out some room here. All right, so the plan is we take these crafters, right? And the crafters are essentially going to go right here. And then the very last of the collection is going to start right there. A hopper will eventually go into probably a collection chest. Do I have any chests? Yes. So we can have, for example, a hopper down there, and then there will be 2 hoppers here with a block there, and I'd probably a prettier block right there. Because what's going to happen is, just like in the other circuits, we need some of these, we need some of these. There's going to be a torch there, that there, and a block there. And then this is what's going to power our minecarts going back and forth like that. And so we want to do that for all of the recipes. So like, for example, this one will be for bamboo blocks. And so this double chest right here will be for bamboo blocks. And since we have 16 slices, we can have like 4 slices for bamboo blocks, like 4 slices for planks, 4 slices for sticks, if we even need that many sticks, and then 4 slices for chests. And as we get bamboo and as we get different amounts of things, we can always go in there and tweak it. Like we're gonna have these crafters accessible, so we can tweak and combine this is gonna be the easiest one. So this is gonna be the basic, just bamboo crafter, no big deal, all set and done. And yeah, so we essentially want to mirror this kind of setup with all the various different recipes. So like some of them are 1-stage crafting, some of them are 2-stage crafting, and then the chests are like a 3-stage crafting, where essentially you have bamboo blocks being crafted into bamboo planks, and then bamboo planks being crafted into chests. The sticks themselves are also like a 1-stage crafting because it's just bamboo on top of the other. So we're probably going to start, with the easiest ones on this side. So it'll be like, you know, bamboo sticks, and then like bamboo blocks, and then bamboo planks, and then chests, because they're just gonna get more and more complex as they go down the line. So let me get all the redstone in, let me get all the chests in, let me get all the crafters in, and then we'll start putting in the floor. Alright, here we have everything in place, all ready to go. So beneath us we have here the flying machine that is going to be doing all of the collection, plus all of the redstone needed for all of the activation circuits. So currently I have this machine turned off with this master lever here. Underneath we have all of these repeaters here that will actually power all of the rails sending the minecarts back and forth. And then we have all of our crafters in place. We have our collection, and I removed the comparator that actually detects if they're full or not. I just decided, well, if they come in, they should stop and empty, and then they should be triggered only once the flying machine is actually doing its thing. That way we don't have so many entities moving all the time. But here we have all the basic crafters. So right here, these are the ones that are be making sticks. They go down into these two double chests, this line of double chests, I should say. And then on this side, we have all of the bamboo block converters. So this one is going to be, this line right here is going to be for just all the bamboo blocks. And then here you can see that they actually go down another level. And this turns the bamboo blocks into planks. And then here we got the tier 3 crafters, which go from blocks into planks and then into chests. We got one there and we got one here. So for every cycle of this, all of these are gonna trigger. I can actually demonstrate if I turn this on right here. The flying machine will take off, and you can see the hopper minecarts take off after it. Now these hopper minecarts will do 2 full passes. That's just to ensure that anything that's harvested along the way, when the flying machine gets to that end, you can see it stops, and then everything will get harvested. On that end, we actually have, if we break in behind the wall here, we have actually 2 item despawn timers, so it's about 10 minutes total that the flying machine is going to wait here before it'll actually send any, before the flying machine actually goes back. So that gives enough time in here for things to grow, and then when the machine lands, it'll trigger this note block here, which will trigger, if I trigger it right now, you'll see, it'll send the carts back, and it'll actually re-dispense the flying machine so that it can do its thing over and over and over again. And then I hooked up, in behind the scenes here, in behind each of these double chest lines, there is a comparator that detects if any particular slice is full. So like there's one here, there's one behind there, and there's one behind each of these chests that will detect if this system is filled up, so that if any of these slices fill up, so you know, we're all full up on sticks, or we're all full up on bamboo or planks or chests, the system will automatically turn off. That way we don't have, you know, item entities and lag sitting around. But now that this has been activated, we can go ahead and turn this off so that it can, you know, once that comes back around, it can do its thing and just sit here and wait. We can actually get all of our floor in, like so. And now with the floor in place, you can see what I mean by taking up some space for all the lighting. Now unfortunately this lighting has to be here, like I said, so the bamboo will actually grow. You can see, wow, that was fast. You can see, you know, these give off a light level in my, you know, if you look at my top left hand corner with my mini HUD display, you can see the light block level is 14. Now if I stop off here, it'll say that it has a light block level of 0, but it's because these mud blocks are technically not full blocks. But definitely you can count from there. So you got 14, you know, 13, 12, but then this is 14 as well. Then we got 13, 12. So this whole area is definitely guaranteed to have enough light for all the bamboo growth that we're going to need. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I actually have enough bamboo, of the actual like bamboo to plant. So the very first time this harvests, we're actually gonna have to go in and grab more bamboo, so to make sure that we have everything here properly planted. So let me go do that really quick, and then we'll start on the actual decorating the outside of this. Okay, we have finished our bamboo growing and planting and everything in between, and we have ourselves a fully functioning bamboo factory. All right. I went ahead and finished all the decorating. I moved some of the logs around here. You can see that the wood mill is also starting up production. We got some of the cherry wood in, as obviously we needed some of the cherry wood to finish in this area here. We got this nice little like frame where you can walk inside. You got the nice little viewing platform where you can come up and see the bamboo itself growing. It's doing a fantastic job so far. We got little decorative lights. We shaved out the like the cliffside on either side to make sure that it doesn't like encroach in on the build. And then if we go inside, we got a nice little drop here with the powdered snow covered with carpet so you don't take any fall damage. And then the honey blocks with the bubble elevator in the corner to let yourself back out. So yeah, I really like how this place is coming along. I like the area around here, all nice and compact. I don't know what we're gonna put here. Maybe we'll put some little small something. I don't know. We had talked about having a crane here in the corner. Maybe the crane can go up like tucked up in that corner. We'll see how things fit. But down here, actually, where we have all of our chests, you can see the farm has already been producing a decent amount. And then back here, we have actually access to all the like maintenance and redstone. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna like decorate this area here, as it's not something that we're gonna like access very often. But like I said, we have access to all of the crafters. We got access to all of the hoppers, all the crafters down here. And if we really need to, we also got access to all of the redstone back here. Up to and including, if we go all the way back here, is actually the access to the very, very, very back where the item despawn timers are. Oh, I just picked up the item that was supposed to be in the item despawn timer. But as you heard it, there it goes. And if we go down here, you'll be able to see, there should be a chest. There's another chest. There's a couple bamboo planks coming in. Or maybe we missed them already because these are pretty fast. Same thing with the blocks of bamboo. And there are the sticks all coming in. So yeah, it's all fully operational. And that is all done and dusted. So with that and the farm all fully up and operational, I think that is going to be an episode for today. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for watching the channel. And if you like the content, leave a like, leave a comment. I do read all the comments. I really appreciate all your guys' feedback. So until next time, this has been Jerry Pie. Goodbye.